the house, what has been completed for this 6-week project. I'm gonna start by showing you the front door, and then we're gonna work our way up all the way to the master bedroom. So one of the first things we did on this project was we did an insert here, a glass insert on the front door. This is the original door that was in the house. All we did was cut this out and then put this glass insert. It's only about $120 from Home Depot. Great value for what you're gonna get on the property. Another thing we did was, this was a unit that was just brown, and we ended up painting it with the Advance from Benjamin Moore. Came out great, great finish. It was a pearl finish. And then onto the kitchen. So this kitchen, this is one of the main projects that we did here that got a lot of views online, and everyone liked it. This was a breakfast bar that the client came up with. Semicircle, 3 feet wide in radius. Awesome design. All we did here was get some PVC pipe as the legs, and we have it floating. What we did was we cut through here with the multi-tool with the Fane, and then put a 2x2 into each stud across this whole wall that the table was going to sit on. And then we put a 3/4 inch plywood on the on the tabletop. And then what we did was use Gorilla Glue and then put this insert here and then slid it right in. And now it's a nice finish, and you can't see anything behind there. So these cabinets here were all bought from Home Depot. Turned out great. Also great value for the price. I want to say they were about $3,000 for all of them, and they look great. The hardware is what really makes them. You spend a little more on the hardware. They're Richelieu hardware. Also soft close, which is fantastic. Me and Ty, we tackled all this backsplash. It's approximately 56 square feet. And then we installed the hood. Here's a quick tip. Always put your backsplash on before you put on the hood. It makes these lines back here seamless because you're not having to cut at this angle and put this on after. So that makes it look great. Here at the sink, we had Nick from Corey's Plumbing do all the plumbing finishing in the house. Looks fantastic. We have a light bar now over here under the valance. And then this is the other backsplash we did. The same cabinets as over here, obviously, from the Home Depot. Let's talk about the floor. So the floor, we got it from Pearl Construction. They're my flooring supplier and baseboard supplier. Great product. Was really tricky to put in, but looks great. This is Ty's floor. Ty did this whole floor from the start there all the way to the back. Thing I like about this house is there's no transition in the main floor here. It's fluent floor throughout the whole main. So usually some people would have like a transition to tile or something like this. It's completely fluent. If you look, see? Consistent, all the same level. And that's what makes it flow and makes it bigger than what it actually is. These mirrors were here when we got the house. We ended up keeping it because it just makes the room look twice as big. It was a little bit of a pain to, make sure it was protected throughout the whole project and stuff like that. But the end product looks amazing, as you can see. So that's that. Let's go outside for a second here. Well, sorry, let's stop here. This door is all new as well. This was provided by Everlast Windows and Doors. My buddy Eric installed it. Came out fantastic. It was a bit of a pricey purchase, but the old door was terrible, and this makes the room look so much more finished. So let's just go outside here. So outside here, we did a bit of work. We cleaned all this up. There was a bunch of grape vines here and stuff like that. Cleaned that all up. We tilled it and just pretty much tidied it up. It was just mess with weeds and stuff like that. I had Harrison do all that. Came out fantastic. I'm very happy with how that came out. Really makes a huge difference, just a couple of weeding and stuff like that. So let's go upstairs here. So this railing was an oak railing, and what we ended up doing was hitting it with sticks from Benjamin Moore and then 2 coats of Advance and sanding it between coats. This was Ty's project here. Did a phenomenal job, came out fantastic. It really brings that modern look into the house. Leaving that oak railing would have kept it back in the 80s and the 70s look when everything else in the house is white and gray. So it really adds a lot to the house. The carpet was also put in here. And then this trim was also added, this detail. So what it is, it's a shoe molding and then a cove molding and then the stringer. It was a bit tricky because I had to scribe around the baseboard, but like I said, you know, all these little things, they're a bit tricky, and you know, a lot of people don't notice it, but for people like contractors and stuff like that, we really notice stuff like that, and that is one thing that really makes the house that much better from just a regular house to a custom house. This is the first bedroom here. It was carpet when we got it. Added the vinyl, looks great. Another thing we did, all the casing, the trim, it really adds to the room. We painted every room in the house, obviously, and we've added some blinds to every single window. New doors, we got this 6-panel with lever hardware and stainless steel, everything like that. Bedroom 2, same as bedroom 1, same deal except this has a closet. Added this in, painted this. This was all brown before, wood grain. And then now to the masterpiece of the project, in my opinion, my favorite part of this project is the bathroom. So all the plumbing here was done by Nick as well from Corey's Plumbing. Did a phenomenal job. He installed the bathtub for us, redid a bunch of the copper fittings in the back, did all the finish faucets and stuff like that. And that's it. The flooring and all the tiles are from Ciot, a great supplier. That's the only one I go to now pretty much, unless I really can't find something there, but the chances of me not finding something there are very slim. This is a diamond mosaic. I was installing this and Ty was cutting it. Very hard to do these corner pieces. That was the hardest part of this, is trying to keep this transitional throughout so it kind of looks like it's flowing. That was a bit of a headache. That was probably the biggest problem in this room. And another thing I do to all my toilet supplies is add this baseboard. The reason I do this, and most people don't, is let's say I wanted just to run this piece throughout the whole length. This flat part here, this stainless steel cover plate, would be half above the baseboard and also on the trim part here where the detail, all that is. What I do here is I miter this on a 45, go up 4.5 inches, miter it, and then do a beveled cut here, and then also miter again, and then run your shoe molding across. This keeps it clean and it looks very professional. This is a standard now for me, and without Instagram I would not even known of it, but it just makes a huge difference. That's pretty much it. You know, new mirror, new lights, and stuff like that. Now to the master. It's the biggest bedroom in the house. Came out great. This is where I started doing the vinyl. We painted the windows, the trim, the casing, same stuff. But this project came out great. So I'm very happy. Like I said, the flooring for me was probably the hardest of this build. Very tricky for me to do with short patience. So, but Ty did a great job on the main floor. It was a little tricky for me upstairs. but you know, it could have been worse. So that's it. So let's go downstairs now. I haven't really filmed much of the downstairs, but new carpet, trim, and then we painted the floor. Painted the floor, ripped out a bunch of stuff down here, and it looks great. This is a room that was kind of a pain for us. So what happened here was this was all wallpaper, okay? And when we were ripping off the wallpaper, it was ripping up the drywall. So I made a judgment call, and we had Sudi on site. And what Sudi did was, I said, Sudi, let's do a level 5 in the basement here, in the bathroom. It's a lot more time to do it. So what a level 5 is if you don't know, it's you plaster every square inch of the wall. The plaster is usually what goes on the joints. But because I wanted this wall to be super smooth, we coated the whole thing in plaster. So it's a consistent and it looks perfect. Did the baseboards here. The clients didn't really want to do much in here other than spruce it up just a little bit, because this is the basement bathroom. Not many people will use it. They spent more of their money upstairs, which I agree with. So it looks good. Not many people will come down here anyways. Laundry room here in the basement. We just painted these tables, this workbench. That's pretty much it down here. It was a lot of garbage. We've gone through 3 30-yard bins worth of garbage, approximately $2,000 worth of garbage on this build alone. For a house that's this size, I want to say maybe 1,500, 1,600 square feet. That is a lot of garbage. You know, other than that, there's not much more to say. Came out great. Client's happy. I'm happy. And that's all she wrote. Right, Ty?
Oh, I'm pretty happy about this job. It was fun.
So that's it. That's a wrap. This is probably 2 uploads this week, this video and my other weekly vlog. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave some comments below. If you have any questions about the project or anything, I'll be free to answer that. So thanks for watching, and thanks for tuning in throughout the whole Kennedy project.